If you ever had a goal and you didn't accomplish that goal, you're a bitch. If you ever told yourself you were going to do something, stick to it, commit to it, and then, grow through the effort of pursuing whatever you were doing, and you didn't commit and fully create the outcome that you said you were going to commit to, you are a bitch. And so what you need to understand that if you have no goals, you are a bitch. If you have no idea on where you're going in life and you are staying in the same position, you are a bitch. And so what you need to understand about life is that the moment you just lost a moment ago, you're never going to get back. And so what you have to understand is that when we look at your mental dashboard and what you prioritize as an individual, we'll realize that at the top, you have pleasure. And so you're a pleasure-seeking, sensualist bitch. And so what you have to understand is that in the life you only live once, you wasted it and the entirety of it chasing pleasure. And so when you see people commit to their goals, when you see someone have what you want, but you fail to commit to the word that you said you were going to do and commit to creating that as an outcome, but you fail to commit, you have to understand that you are rendered in fucking inferior. And so we have to understand that inferior is to be less than. And so you told yourself you were going to commit to more. And then you lied to yourself and then you committed to less. So you are inferior to the version of you which would have accomplished that goal. And so you have to understand that you only live once. Time is decreasing and you are wasting your fucking time. And if you're okay with wasting your time on earth, that means you're a waste of fucking time. And if you're okay with wasting time, which is your life, because the time that you have directly correlates to the time you have on earth. The life you have on earth, because time is life. Time is the currency of life. When you waste your time, you are wasting your life. So you are a waste of life. And so you have to understand that every time you wake up and you prioritize sensual pleasure, when you wake up and you project your lust onto other people who have, nothing to do with the fucking problems that you have created for yourself to inhabit and live through and then feed through the habits that you continue to feed on an endless fucking cycle until you fucking die, that garbage piece of shit. We have to understand that you are going to commit to what is keeping you a lesser individual. And so that is your existential marker. That is what the fuck you believe you're worth. The way you behave directly corresponds to what you believe you're worth. And so most of you believe you're worth the lower qualities that you feed every fucking day. You can't put down a fucking snack to save your life. You can't commit to something that is going to grow you and feed you in a healthy way as an individual. You cannot commit to any of that. And so that represents what the fuck you are, which is a low quality piece of shit. You have to understand that your internal qualities are going to reflect your external behavior, because everything you externalize and express externally, you have to understand that directly correlates to the internal traits within yourself that you allow to permeate your fucking consciousness and, permeate the space in your brain for you to express in the external world. And so what you hold in your mind, the thoughts that no one sees but you, is a direct reflection of your soul. And so only you know what is in your mind at certain times. Only you will know what is on the top of your head, on the priority list of your life. And most of you guys, you prioritize the porn, the ejaculation, the remaining a low-level bitch, and then escaping through the substances to passively kill yourself and destroy your existence and any potential of being something more than what the fuck you are. And so what you have to understand is that, again, what you have to truly comprehend, and if it's not instilling fear into your brain for you to actually fix, if it's not actually, reflecting what the fuck you truly are, if you can't actually comprehend the velocity of the message and understand the weight, the essence behind the words, that, the words is just, communication, linguistic, it's just a fucking language, a way to relay, ideations of thought into physical form for others to comprehend and understand, and to relay messages. That's all words. All this fucking talking shit, you have to understand the essence behind the word. You fail to comprehend the essence, and therefore you hear the words, but you don't understand that you actually have to do some shit, and you have to correspond to the action that is reflecting the essence of the word. When we say we're going to wake up every day with the intention to be the best version of self, and to be the most authentic fucking version of self, and to destroy all negative habits, and to correlate and correspond to all positive habits, and to create a life that we actually want to live instead of passively escape through the Pornhub, through the addiction, and through whatever the fuck you use to keep yourself in a cycle of remaining that garbage of whatever the fuck that accumulation of negative thoughts are, you have to understand that your thoughts are going to charge you as an individual. And most of you guys deplete yourself through time. So you are a depleted bitch. And until you actually comprehend that you can do some shit to fix some shit, you will navigate yourself to the same fucking cycle of dying a low-level piece of shit. All of you guys say you're trying, but you're not doing enough. And so every day we're going to demonstrate what trying, but it really is fucking doing, because you said you were going to try, but you actually didn't complete and go through. And so the moment you said you were going to try, what you basically said is, I'm going to fail, but I'm going to lie to myself and pretend like I'm doing something so I don't have to feel like shit for directly ignoring the responsibility of committing to being something more in life. And so you guys are masters at deceiving yourself, and you are a master at neglecting the truth. And the truth is the reflection you see in the fucking mirror. The stagnating, lower quality individual that you are, that is stagnating in low qualities, that he refuses to fix because he's too much of a garbage human to actually say whatever the fuck that shit is, whatever the fuck I'm doing, I need to stop. You guys don't actually see how weird you are when you sit there in the bathroom stroking your dick to porn. You sit there and you watch pixels of people having sex to pleasure yourself and to pretend and imagine like it's you. You have to understand how desperate you are as an individual and how this is going to manifest through your behavior. You have to understand that those lower qualities are manifesting through you and the way you act and navigate space and time. And so now other people have to be aware of the problems that you have congested within your mind, because you're too much of an imbecile. You are too stupid to actually look and recognize the fact that you have something very wrong with you. And so what we have to understand is that your environment is your feedback. And so you guys are placed in environments where no one wants to tell you the truth about yourself, because everyone's out for themselves. No one's looking out for each other. The best thing someone can do is tell you exactly what the fuck you are and tell you to do some shit to change it. And the worst thing someone can do is tell you that you are okay and watch you stagnate and deplete yourself and continue the negative habits that are going to keep you at a low state of thought, of vibration, of frequency, to keep your life stuck on this endless cycle of going downhill, declining and slipping down the fucking hill until you hit the casket. None of you guys are actually on a upward trajectory. You guys are slowly decreasing and stagnating through time. You have to understand that you are a stock. You are the stock of yourself. You are the investment of life. And so what you have to understand is that most people are going downward in value every fucking day as they continue to put their time and energy into depreciating habits that do nothing but destroy them internally, externally. You have to understand that when you hit a vape, you are destroying cells within your body. You're literally passively killing yourself and declining as an individual. And so you have to understand that you only can walk one path. Most of you guys have 10 negative habits, 3 positive habits. You hit the vape, you watch porn, but you go to the gym, and then you think, but I went to the gym, so it's okay. I deserve to do this. You have to understand that you guys are so low level, you don't actually see the reflection of how low quality you are. And so this is going to reflect in your reality. So when we look at your reality, it's a direct reflection of you. And so when you only have 2 fucking hours of the week for yourself, you have to understand that is a direct reflection of you. And so every day you must wake up with the intention to be better, and you must find something, a passion, a goal for yourself to accomplish, because you will drift through life like a fucking raft in the ocean going nowhere, and you will stagnate and die low quality because you never did anything to elevate yourself and become a upward spiral. Most of you guys are unconsciously navigating yourself to escapism because the reality that you live is not fun. It's fucking boring. Who wants to live that shit? And so what you have to understand is the most fulfillment you will ever extract out of life is looking at yourself in the mirror, comparing yourself to who you were before you became who you are now, and being so fulfilled on the development of self, the compounding of self through the positive habits, the increasing of quality, to literally disintegrate all negative habits and to integrate the positive habits. And this is the most fulfilled you'll ever feel in life. Most of you guys seek fulfillment through other people, and then you wonder why you always feel like shit. Most of you guys need external feedback, aka validation, to feel like you are valid. The only validation is the reflection of your character, which is going to reflect and manifest through your conduct as an individual. And your conduct, which you conduce into your mind, which you induce into yourself and then express into the world, that is what the fuck you are, and that is what the fuck is going to validate your character. And so you're going to sit there and you're going to jerk off the porn, you're going to hit the vape, you're going to smoke the cigarette, you're going to watch TV all fucking day, you're going to eat the chips, you're going to passively kill yourself with all the addiction, but you're never going to actually understand that all of that is reflecting the value that you believe you are worth. And so what I'm doing is I'm not kicking you while you're down. I'm revealing what the fuck you are. I'm fucking pulling off the mask you like to hide behind and pretend that you are, when we know deep down you are the shadow behind the mask, which is hiding behind the mask because psychologically we know you're fucked. And so what you do when you're by yourself is what the fuck you are. And the reason you do that is because you're disconnected from yourself. And since you guys have no internal qualities, no internal world, you guys believe that you guys are materialists, so you don't understand that there's an internal reflection that is literally manifesting through the external world. You have to understand that the internal qualities manifest through the externalities. And so you guys neglect the responsibility to face the internal qualities within yourself that is manifesting through you to express the external behaviors. The psychological mask is just a detour to navigate the people that perceive you away from what the fuck you truly are. And so what you have to do is look in the mirror and truly confront yourself and confront the lower qualities. There is no other way. This is the way of life. It's called fucking expansion. Since the beginning of the Big Bang, since the universe began, all it did was grow and expand. Since the seed was planted in the soil, all it did was grow and expand. But you, of course, the outlier who is special, has to sit there, stagnate in these lower qualities, and then slowly decrease through time, and then neglect the responsibility of life, which is to grow. Only you is the special one in the universe. And then when you feel disconnected, when you don't see the connection and the correlation between you are the universe experiencing self. You're not in the universe. You're not separate, stupid. You're fucking literally evolved consciousness, fucking idiot. You have to understand that you are literally a byproduct of the universe's evolution. And you guys pretend like you guys live in this little fucking simulacrum of just a fucking 1% of what you could be. And so every day we're just going to demonstrate through the habits what the fuck you need to do. Every day we're going to speak the truth of what you need to understand, comprehend, and then apply it to your reality, and then navigate yourself towards through the growing of self and the development and the compounding of ridding negative habits, amplifying positive habits, and truly reflecting in thought. You have a quality marker on your existence, and most of you guys are so low quality, and this is why you need to be told what to do by someone else, and you can't get competent enough to create something for yourself. You guys lack the courage to take the risk. You guys lack the motivation to push forward. You guys lack the love for self to actually make the choice to actually commit. You guys lack so much within yourself, and this is why you navigate yourself to the externalities, aka the porn addiction, aka the drug addiction, to escape what to escape yourself. So you have to sit with the truth and let it corrode your fucking brain until you get a headache, or you will remain stagnating in these lower qualities. And the worst part about it is what seed cannot be unseen. And so now you have to live for the rest of your life knowing the truth about yourself. And the worst part about it is no one's ever going to reveal this to you ever again. The rarity of coming, in confrontation with, a message like this, you have to understand that people are so impudent as individuals. They live in a marginal level of psychosis. They sit there, they drink off the porn, they go to work, and they repeat the fucking cycle till they die. Wake up and look at your life and truly understand that this is not what you want. You want more. You know you're worth more. We know you're worth more. But you're not worth more until you actually disintegrate what is keeping you at a low worth. It's that fucking simple. Every day we're going to demonstrate what the fuck you need to do. Life is very simple. You're just very fucking complex because you've entangled yourself to so many of these attachments to distract you from who you really are, to distract yourself, to subtract yourself as a subpar individual, half-assed, underdeveloped bitch. So again, remember, you only live once. And if that is what you believe you're worth, and you believe that it's okay to be that, then stay that. But remember that there was always something waiting for you behind the negative habits that you refused to disintegrate. And there was always something more waiting for you behind every distraction you wanted to distract yourself from. There was something bigger and better waiting for you on the other side of the darkness you refused to walk through. Most of you guys sit there and dwindle and fade when you are the light. You are the light of life. And you're not going to be the light because all you do is sit there and ferment and drown in the hatred of yourself and then project it onto external things because you cannot correlate yourself to the internal qualities that you hate in yourself and then use that hate as a motivation to destroy those negative qualities within yourself that you hate. All hate is a direct reflection of what someone hates within themselves and is projected externally because they are too stupid to navigate that hate into the internal qualities that they hate about themselves and do something to disintegrate that. And when you wake up every day and you pursue the best, you'll be grateful for what the fuck you have instead of always seeking to project and always seeking to extract more. There'll be a level where you reach and elevate beyond what the fuck you are, and that is what's going to fulfill you, the growing of self. Peace.